Welcome, Libra Scorpio, to your mid-month reading for June. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new to my channel, welcome, welcome. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. I've already got your energy out, what you're thinking, feeling, or the energy surrounding you with the clarifying card, and the overall card for the reading is Shine, and we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups over here in your energy is saying that you are using what you have learned to your advantage. You are self-assured, you have the insight, and all the things that you have learned, you are now following through. It's showing you have great responsibilities, and you know how to shoulder anything that's coming your way right now because you've learned. So very awesome energy over here with the King of Cups. And this is really helping you shine over here, making you feel like you're on top of the world. That is the same as the Sun card. So you gotta love that. Believing and realizing and harnessing the energy that you have learned being the King of Cups. And this is great for potential and going through those breakthroughs. So that's also being able to shoulder any of those difficulties and really just shining them through instead of allowing them to really just bring you down. You're now doing the opposite, right? Oh, okay, so this is coming at me. It's okay, I got this, right? Because I'm self-assured and I know exactly where I'm going and I know exactly where I'm coming from. So very great energy over there. And remember, the shine is the overall message for the reading itself. So beautiful sun over here. Feeling that freedom and that power right now in the mid-month. Okay, so getting straight into the situation. The situation is taking place in the present, the recent past, and the near future. I'm talking about over here teaching. Nice. Well-deserved reward in the recent past, and in the near future, you do have something you have to confront. There is something that's going to have to be dealt with, something you're going to have to confront. Maybe it's something that you haven't thought about. Maybe it's something you put off, or maybe it's something new that is making a little bit of havoc, right? So, very nice. Well, the well-deserved reward over here is very beautiful. This is the same as the Nine of Pentacles, and this is saying it is, it is time. Hey, you've had a major breakthrough. Your efforts are completely paying off. You know they are. This is how you got to become the King of Cups. You put a lot of work into this, and look at what you get, right? It appears to suggest that you had seen things falling into place, or soon will see things falling into place because you have been really putting in a lot of effort. So you could have been putting in a lot of effort then and really waiting for the payoff, or maybe you started to see the payoff here, take it how it resonates, and you're waiting for the rest of it, right? But however it is, it feels like you've done a lot of, you have seen some of these rewards, because this is, you being so self-assured over here is really showing that action and really getting towards what your ultimate goal is. And, you're being blessed for that hard work, right? And even if you haven't gotten everything you're looking for just yet, Libra Scorpio, it's, it's saying, hey, it's okay. It's coming, right? You just keep going the way you're going and you'll see that. It's almost like you ain't seen nothing yet. You may have gotten some here, but you ain't seen nothing. With the teach over here, right? It's like you're teaching. You've been teaching yourself. You're teaching others. Maybe you're a teacher. Hold on. So, but for now, we're going to go to the well-deserved reward and clarify on it. See what is going on with Libra Scorpio in this well-deserved reward. Clarify, please. Oh, look at that. What is this? The King of Cups. It was where you weren't the King of Cups. Okay. So this is how you became the King of Cups. It was saying you had this, but you hadn't had the authority just yet. You didn't have everything you needed at that time. Wow. So you were really working hard with the well-deserved reward over here to get to where you are. Wow. Okay. So where you weren't, either you didn't know everything you knew then, what you know now, or you weren't using you're not using this energy, you were using this energy. It looks to me like you were putting everything in, and this made you. I'm just going with the first thing. It made you the King of Cups. Because then everything was a little unpredictable, right? You were thinking everything's a little unpredictable. I'm going to still go after this, but I'm not sure if I really trust what's going to happen. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. You know, not sure if this is, pretty much I'm just not sure if this is going to work, right? There wasn't tons of self-assuredness over here, but you went after it anyways. You gotta love that. And that's what brings in the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, okay. But you took the change. You took the chance. It was like you changed the energy around. And even though you were not sure, which way it was going to go, you decided to follow this new path. The Wheel of Fortune kind of opened up for you, and you just took advantage of it. And I love that, because that's where you're taking advantage of the situation now, because you're saying, I do understand now. So somewhere around here, you started learning the patience. Yeah, you started getting out of the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords, there it is, that unpredictability, not sure, the mental chaos. Yeah, which opened that Wheel of Fortune. Started getting away from the anxiety. You probably started seeing these things start coming together. And the more they started coming together because of the Wheel of Fortune, because of that action and that change, wow. That's when you were like, well, this is very interesting. You're sitting like this first, right? And you're saying, wow, this is really interesting. Things are really going in my favor. So you're what? Starting to trust the process. Making the Eight of Swords flip. Huh. Awesome. So, yeah. So over here, you're teaching. And you got the teach over here. And it's like you learned a lot, no matter what. Because the teach card is still learning. So you have learned a lot within the process, just within the past, of how things can do it. Almost a 360 flip around. 180, 360, take it how it resonates. For some of you, you're like, no, it was only like an 80. I'm waiting for the 180. But however it is, you're just seeing that wheel keep turning. And you're seeing things go into your favor. And it's like you have learned so much. And for some of you, I do believe you are teaching what you have learned to others. And for others of you, you might actually be teachers. Work at college, college professor, school, elementary school. You see what I'm saying? You're teaching other kids. And it just could be that during this learning session, it has made you a better teacher. Because your self-assuredness is so much higher that it's actually, you know what I'm saying? It's affecting the way you're teaching. It's making you shine. It's making your job better. It's making everything better around you because of that self-assuredness. Because you're reflecting. You're reflecting the sun over here. And this made you shine, that's for sure. Seeing the sun come out. And so, yeah, for some of you, you are teaching better with your kids because, or your students or however it is, because you are shining more. For others of you, it's just the wisdom that you have gained through all the joys and all the sorrows, like seriously. And you're using this opportunity and you're realizing the opportunities of how to do things and how you can rise more. Okay. And your belief could also have risen a lot as well. Let's just keep it there as right. Because remember, this teaching card is the what? The Hierophant. So you are definitely in Hierophant mode over here. You have learned and you can teach it. So take it how it resonates. I mean, I do feel like a lot of you may be teachers. And, you're really shining it out there. So, clarify on the teach card. Five of Swords. Look at that, upside down. Nice. Oh my gosh, with the High Priestess. So now, not only do you have the Hierophant card, you also have the High Priestess as well. You can't tell me you didn't learn anything. Wow. And if you are teaching it back, you are a beautiful teacher, because you're literally shining this light towards people and really making them understand things, like the ultimate teacher right now. Because you've learned so much and you just absorb that to push it back out. Wow. And it's just showing how much knowledge and wisdom you have learned. You definitely can't tell me you didn't learn anything when you have both sources right there of wisdom, of the higher wisdom. So, you know, with the Five of Swords upside down, that's a good thing though, right? Because it's like, okay, well, here we go. I have a better understanding. I've resolved a lot of problems. I can understand things. I can forgive people. I know what I want. I can be, you know, justified for all of these things. There's reconciliations with maybe friends for misunderstandings. Take it how it, you know, how it resonates. But this is very important to have the understanding that, you know, there is no more confusion. There is no more going the wrong way, because you have this. Wow, you've learned so much. And the High Priestess over here, this is talking about using you probably did a lot of shadow work at one time. Look, it wants you to do shadow work again. So for those of you who have done shadow work to actually get here somewhere in the past, which is not reflective up here, or maybe it just didn't come out, however, but it's telling you, you know, for those of you who did it, you're going to end up doing it again, because you're going to go to the next level, because there's something you need to confront no matter what. But right now, in the present, it's saying your floodgates are open for the perception and the gain and all the things that you've gained through the wisdom. And this is why you're the King of Cups. Okay? And if anything is unspoken between you and someone else, even though you have reconciliated with them, it's probably time. And if that is the point, this might be what you have to confront. I'm kind of seeing this. It's like, even though you gained all of this, there still could be something unspoken between you and them. Yeah, I forgive you. Yes, but you hadn't really confronted the situation. I'm seeing that. So you guys could be friends again, but maybe you just haven't gotten into the deeper pieces of the overall forgiveness, of the overall uniting, the overall problem. With the Six of Cups upside down, and yeah, kind of just like, you know what? There's still something going on. I'm telling you guys, that's exactly what it is. You guys may have done all of this, but there's still unspoken words that you have not said nothing about. So you can be friends, and you can say whatever, and you can get back together and shine and do all these things together and be friends, but you still haven't hit the bigger piece yet, or your relationship, whoever, whatever it is. It could even be a job. It could even be with yourself. Maybe you haven't confronted something with yourself, being the shadow card. Maybe you're just kind of hiding it. Okay? So if it's not with someone else, it's definitely with yourself. You have put it on the back burner from yourself and said, I'll get to that later. And Spirit is now saying, you need to get to that right now. Okay? Maybe it's that you're still making your expectations too high with someone, and it needs to be confronted. Maybe your job, you're giving too much expectations too high for a job, for the money, for this, that, or the other, for the way things are going. You know, if it's a job, maybe, you know, your finances are doing better, but they're not where you want them to be because your expectations are too high. So you're still saving money, but you're not seeing the overall of what really needs to be done. Okay? So something is definitely unsaid. And make sure you're not living in the past. Make sure that you're, moving forward to get rid of that issue. And then you have something that you need to confront, which is going to be right up against the corner. So right now you're shining, you're doing everything, but you are neglecting a big issue. Clarify on the Ace of Cups and the High Priestess. What is the big issue? Mostly, it's definitely something from the past. Moving past what you are hiding, I'm going to say. The Hangman upside down. Not confronting what needs to be confronted. Just letting that kind of hang and just taking action away from it and letting it kind of hang in the back of your mind. I threw away the key, but I'm not going to worry about it. So it just kind of hangs around, like hanging around in space. But the problem about it hanging around in space is even though you're taking action, right? Because you're having it under, let's put it this way. You are determined to have an understanding about this situation, but it just feels like not right now. I'll get to this later. So I'm going to throw it over here in space, and it's just going to sit over here, and one day I'll get to that. So you know what it is that you need to confront. You just are unwilling to right now actually do it because you're working on other things. So you're kind of like, I'll work on this later. But the problem is Spirit says you need to get that now. To continue to keep shining, to get that out of the crossroads. Because it's going to end up causing crossroads later between you and this person. Because if it comes back up and you never really settled it, or with yourself and you never settled it, it's going to kick you in your butt. Just this, okay? Just, seriously, it's going to get you stuck. It's going to go right back forward as it comes back down to earth, and it's going to kick you right straight in the butt. And then you could end up, almost like you have to go back to square one again. So sometimes it's better that we don't just ignore those situations. Sometimes we have to say something. Unless it was something meager and it didn't mean anything and nobody cares, but obviously it's not that, otherwise it wouldn't come up. It's obviously a big deal. So confronting the situation is the best way to do this with the Hangman over here, so that, you really do get the better understanding. And both, or yourself, or however the situation for you is that way, it's just gone, right? We just throw the card away. So with 18 confronting over here, it's either getting into shadow side to figure out the situation within yourself and say, okay, fine. Okay? Or actually maybe even getting into shadow side for yourself, reflecting and figuring out how you're actually going to talk, not just to this shadow, but to this other person. And doing it the right way, because you're going to have to use that King of Cups. You're really going to have to use the High Priest and the King of Cups and all the wisdom you use, so you don't end up in an argument, and so that everything comes out the way it should. Right? So you might want to do some planning over here, and that's what it feels like. You're going to do a little bit of shadow work, a little reflective, right, to get past this disharmony that we have kind of thrown out the window and just kind of refused to talk about, which is later going to kick you in your butt. Yeah. Page of Cups, yeah. You could be dealing with another Pisces or a Scorpio. It doesn't have to be. It could even be a Sagittarius or a Taurus. However it is, doesn't really matter. It's just hanging around. And you don't want that to hang around. That's, like I said, that's literally going to, okay, kick you in your butt. Because this is something that overwhelms the situation. Coming back, I'm telling you, it's coming back in the near future. It's going to overwhelm you. If somebody was being selfish about the situation, okay, you might have felt like it was wasteful to even waste my breath on such a situation, but yet because it's going to come back to bite you like a snake, you want to be sure to confront this. And it could be that your partner is always putting their needs before your needs, or they may feel like you put your needs before their needs. There's something very selfish kind of going on over here that needs to be addressed. And if it's you, it could also be waste of money. We've seen that over here. It could be you not spending money right to get to the financial place that you need to be. So take it how it resonates. Or maybe someone thinks you spend too much time, too much effort on your career and not enough with them. So maybe they think you're selfish. However it is, you know what it is. Because it's right there hanging above your head. And you're just taking action around it instead of snipping it out. So, okay. And with the Page of Cups over here, it could be just you, and they might, like I said, they might think you're being selfish about the situation by not attacking the situation, by not saying anything about the situation, right? So they might be a little disappointed in you by not doing that, or you might be disappointed with them, but you're going to have to come, you know, it's a Page of Cups, so if you fill half the cup and they can fill the other half of the cup, you guys can be united and make this look better. Then you won't have all the disagreements. You won't have that hanging around. Like I said, and for some of you, it could be that money does not go the way you want it to go, even though you're learning all these great things. There could just still be this money issue. But you don't want that to tarnish your shine, right? Because this right here is talking about tarnishing your shine. Well, you're shining. You don't want that to tarnish it, because it's going to go, right? So make sure that you are planning on doing so and taking action on that. Oh, yeah, see that? Queen of Cups. They do, you know, whoever this is or yourself, you do have the love and the self-gratitude for yourself towards this person, and they do for you as well, whether it's a friend or a loved one or whoever it is. And this is just going to make you shine even more by getting into the Queen of Cups. So you can go straight from the King of Cups, using this to get straight to the Queen of Cups. This is the ultimate understanding over here, and having compassion, working together, concentrating, making them understand, using that clarity, right? You can actually use emotions with your partner or with even in yourself to make sure that you open a great dialogue to get this through. And maybe you even want to say, hey, you know what's troubling you? And if you're doing shadow work, you ask that question to yourself. What is troubling you the most? Why do you do this? You know what I'm saying? Ask those questions to yourself and answer with the first question that comes into your head. Yourself doesn't lie to yourself. It's the answer we don't like. If I said, you know, what's troubling you about getting old? I don't want to be wrinkled. Damn it, I don't want to say that. That was the first thing that came in my head, though. Say stuff like that. Why? Because even if it's not 100% intuition, it is exactly what you want to know. And sometimes it sucks. You know? Why am I spending too much money? Because I like things. No. You know? I need things. No. Wait, what? Yeah, don't contradict yourself. Just get to the answer, right? But having that open dialogue really helps. But I'm telling you, the first question that comes to mind, I'm telling you, every time that question comes up, and then you ask a question upon that question, guys. Okay, that's how you do the shadow work. Remember, there's good shadow and bad shadow. Okay, right now you're attacking kind of the bad ones because you want to get to the root cause of what the heck is going on. Okay? Alrighty, and let's see what your soul wants you to know. Beautiful reading. Just keep shining, my friends. Yeah, purification. My energy field is being cleansed of all that I do not want to have. Yeah, and you know what? And that I do not need. And that is so true. And you're going to do that over here as well. You did it over here. You're doing it there. Your soul saying, good job on getting rid of the things you don't need. Remember, commitment is increased, my joy and freedom. So the commitment doesn't have to be to a loved one. It could be to yourself, to a friend, to a family member, to your house, your job. Remember, okay? For the overall abundance. All my needs are met above and beyond my greatest expectations. So you have everything installed within you at this time. You just need to get this thing, I'm going to just call this the monkey off the back. Okay? And that's it. Until next time. Peace and love, my friends. Bye-bye.